we were right about Piers Morgan is apparently not as free speech as
Piers Morgan Uncensored is censoring people.
Get out.
What?
Or so we're
Who
seeing.
could have predicted this?
It's a shock to the system, I tell you.
Imagine my
All right.
shock.
So it says Piers Morgan in new dispute over vindictive obsession with Meghan Markle. As we know,
You
they have
mentioned him like one time, like nothing even happened.
So it says Piers Morgan hits back at guest who claims she was actually censored on his Uncensored show. So this was a comedian. And she claims basically that she said that she wanted to talk about Meghan Markle, and it's the way I'm gonna read the whole paragraph, but it's the way she phrases it that's really, really funny, because it's like when you read it, you're just like, nobody in their right mind would like let you talk when you talk the way she does. So it says the former Good Morning Britain presenter has been pretty open about promoting free speech on his show, going back to when he first opened the program last month, in which me and Mary pointed out that he's turning cancel culture into a product.
Yeah.
Something they can sell you and be like, we're not canceling anybody here. He says, on opening night, in fact, he said the words cancel culture, snowflake society, censorship, and identity politics flashed on the screen. Morgan actually likened himself to the first democratically elected president of South Africa, as he stated, as Nelson Mandela might have said, it's been a long walk to freedom of speech. I do.
Is this his idea of being like cool and subversive?
But okay, so here's the name of the comedian is Kate Smurthwaite, which may be the coolest last name.
It's pretty solid.
Okay.
But it says comedian and activist. So activist. So here you have it. Revealed on. Remember, it's not enough to just not be an activist. You should be actively anti-activist. Revealed on Twitter today that it says hashtag my life is weird. I'm sat in the green room for Piers Morgan Uncensored. The producer has just told me at least 3 things not to say on air. LOL. Hashtag actually censored. When the other guest arrives, we'll be on for the second half of the show. It's Joan Collins. Morgan was quick to reply and correct her, hitting back, I just checked and nobody tried to censor you. We don't censor guests. That's the point of the show.
This response he sent like blew my mind because it's such a tautology. Piers Morgan Uncensored doesn't censor people because it's called Piers Morgan Uncensored. Oh, thanks for that explanation, Piers Morgan.
That's perfect.
That makes total sense. Thanks for checking.
He's like, I would have never known if you hadn't told me.
I just checked, and it's called Uncensored, so we didn't censor you.
Yes.
Cool.
There was a
Checkmate at this.
Touche.
There's a really funny paragraph in here. Now I gotta find it where she adds.
She said the main thing they didn't want me to say was, you know that no matter how many hours you spend, I think this is slagging because they're British.
Yes,
slagging her off, she's still not going to slag you.
Yes,
true,
what the
funny,
hell does that
insightful.
mean?
What's not to love?
So it says she added, and this is what I want to talk about her. It's the way she talks, where it's like no wonder they're like hesitant about you.
I mean, she was probably trying to make a dig about how he.
Got in
trouble.
Yes, so she added, as he has subsequently claimed on Twitter, there was no effort to censor me. His producers would not have warned me beforehand to not get too personal with Piers when discussing the topic of Meghan. Then her quote says, I'd like to discuss his childish obsession with Markle, and then whilst I'm about it, his nasty attitude towards some other celebrities and the way the right-wing media will cry censorship when it suits them and participate in the exact same thing when it doesn't. He's not right-wing.
But she's right. I mean, I'm not saying he's right-wing, but she's basically right.
Yeah,
but it's the way she says it. It's.
I know she's
even
probably
phrasing
annoying
it as childish obsession.
I know she's probably super annoying and a Meghan Markle sycophant.
Yes,
but she's still right. She's getting censored from making fun of this guy because he's embarrassed about storming off a show.
And they did say they're like, I guess. I imagine that with their logic is like saying don't get too personal isn't censorship. It's just directing the conversation. They'll say something like that. They'll have a million excuses as to why it's not censorship. They'll just say maybe we should gently guide the conversation in this direction.
Which is, of course, how it always starts.
Technically, they didn't say she couldn't say it. They just hope that she wouldn't, right?
I mean, we don't have a recording of what was said in that green room.
She isn't the first person to reference Morgan's brief encounter with the royal. He spends so much time criticizing. In fact, he walked off set of Good Morning Britain after presenter Alex Beresford made a reference to the saga. So I just can't believe that this is still going on, that they're still talking about him and Meghan Markle. But it doesn't surprise me one bit that
I think it's because the Meghan Markle camp is just so dogmatic about like you cannot criticize her.
There was a bunch of people criticizing her because she went and visited the site of the
she did?
in Texas.
Oh yeah,
but didn't go see her dad, who just had a stroke, because her and her dad like don't get along.
Well, I wonder why.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's like,
imagine that
they were like, her like maybe you should go see your dad. You know, like
why did she show up there? Like it has anything to do with you?
It's like
not even your country.
And people claim, and a lot
she
of people
wants to be Diana so bad. It's so embarrassing for her. Like she wants to be
you think
like
that's what it is.
She wants to be like the princess to the public without the responsibilities.
So she
the title or the likableness.
Or the actual compassion in her heart for anyone.
Well, isn't Kate Middleton kind of more considered the one that
Kate
people
Middleton
like?
is actually smart and she abides by the rules.
But
she didn't leave the royals.
She wants to have all the
Meghan Markle wants all of the prestige and all of the adoring
adoration,
fans without the responsibilities or the rules.
She doesn't want to follow the rules, but wants all the benefits.
Yeah,
that's such a perfect microcosm of like everything going on in the world right now. It's like you want all the benefits without having to do any of the work. And
so, like showing up to the site of this shooting, it's like the ultimate, like self-absorbed, like slacktivist.
Yep.
Desperate for attention. She bothers me.
So does this at all interest you as far as like, do you think that this is going to be something that we'll hear more of, like Piers Morgan being like...
censoring more guests?
Well, maybe it's just this like literally, like you could almost feel bad
for it. It's
like
domino to fall?
No, it's the one thing. He's like, it's the one thing he just doesn't want to talk about. And then of course, like it eventually comes out. So it's like, he has, it's like, listen, he's like, everyone's got that. Well, everyone's got like that one thing, right? That they don't want to talk about.
You can't name yourself something so on the nose
as uncensored
and not be about it. Like you can't call yourself Dunkin' Donuts and run out of donuts.
That is true.
Like is that we got Danishes though. It's like I don't like sir.
Yep.
I want to like that's what's happening here ultimately.
It's kind of falling into. It's weird too because now we're seeing like Netflix is like. In fact, I'll just bring the stuff Netflix said up into this part of this discussion. We'll take that up. So it's like Netflix has been weirdly defending free speech and stuff lately, but Netflix is doing it for financial reasons, right? Like they can cloak it in all of the comments about freedom of speech they want. We know that it has nothing to do with freedom of speech. It has to do with the fact that they know that the crappy woke entertainment doesn't make money, or at least doesn't retain viewers, whereas Dave Chappelle and somebody like Ricky Gervais have goodbye stinkbug have core audiences that will come back time and again for their product. So this is from this was an interview with Maureen Dowd, which is his name is Ted Sarandos. I can never pronounce his name. I just want to say Spandos, but that's not what his name is. Spandex has doubled down on his prior defenses of artistic freedom, backing comedians Dave Chappelle and Ricky Gervais. Both comedians are under fire for perceived digs at the transgender community. The controversies prompted some Netflix employees to stage an earlier walkout protest. In the interview, Maureen Dowd, Sarandos says that he was taken surprise by the reaction, but didn't hesitate to support Chappelle. He added that the only way comedians can figure out what's acceptable is by crossing the line every once in a while. While I think it's very important for the American culture to generally have free expression, we're programming for a lot of diverse people. We have different opinions and different tastes and different styles, and yet we're not making everything for everybody. We want something for everybody, but everything's not going to be for everybody. That's a lot of everybody.
That was a lot. Okay.
I believe I got that right. He says, we want something for everybody, but everything's not going to be for everybody.
Not all of their entertainment is going to be for everybody, but they want to offer something for everyone's taste.
What do you guys think was the watershed moment that like really began this like change of heart in the industry? Because like their profits have been going down for years. Like for years on years. It's been like 4 years straight of like taking L's to the face in every single regard, in like PR and finances and
the economy,
self-respect, frankly.
The economy.
There's no change of heart. That's the thing.
There is. I don't believe that there's any change of heart. I don't believe that there's any change of heart in the industry.
Rarely do you get the opportunity to put your principles to the test. It was an opportunity to take someone like in Dave's case, who is by all measure the comedian of our generation.
He's right about that.
He is, but
nobody would say that what he does isn't thoughtful or smart. You just don't agree with him.
But
I agree with that.
But I'm just saying, like, that's not your putting your principles to the test. That is making money. Can you just like admit that you wanted to make money?
Can we also admit like these have been like Chappelle's like worst stand-ups as well?
I would say that, as we talked about before, I said his biggest
bland.
his problem right now should be he should worry about being pigeonholed.
I feel like if you say what you want to say and your friends do the same in private, watching something like this isn't going to be that like titillating. Like it's not. It's just bland.
I mean, just like nothing seems to be the genre it's in. Everything is always centered around like cancel culture and anti-cancel culture. Mm-hmm. So like I just saw Ricky Gervais's stand-up. It was good, but like literally the first 15 to 20 minutes is him training his audience how to laugh again. It's like, see, this is funny because it's not actually true and thus funny. Yep. And he kind of plays around with it, but it's just incredible, like how, like we're at the moment where like entertainment has to de-radicalize people.
Also, we're about to hit we're a couple days away from June 1st, which means all of these companies will again prove themselves hypocrites and not standing on their principles, because all of them are going to put up their pride flags but not do it for whatever Saudi Arabian division they have, which will be proof that they don't actually believe in what they're saying. It means that they believe in making money.
And the best thing is like
which is fine. I don't have a problem with them making money. I have a problem with them cloaking it in some type of belief system that I don't actually believe they have.
Yeah, well, you'll see like Ben and Jerry's, like it's great to be gay, ice cream, Target making like 1,000 baby like gay shirts. And it's like
ice cream.
Yeah, I know.
Even though that didn't.
Well, they got rid of Juneteenth ice cream,
but as soon as the clock hits 12 and it's the next month, it's all out.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
It's like
the cynical side of me says, like, why would you support something that's so clearly a cash grab, right? But at the same time, I was just lauding Top Gun for themes that I liked, right? So I can't really talk in that regard. If I support something because they make something that I like, I'm not going to begrudge somebody else for them making something that they like.
That's not aimed at appealing to you for your sexuality, race,
immutable
gender,
characteristics,
etc. Like, but with the like Pride Month pandering, that is just bold-faced, like completely pandering.
Like, so we just like it because it doesn't beat us over the head.
Yep.
Like it's literally that.
That's just the lack of something. They weren't really going out of their way to please you.
That's fair point. All right. I believe I saw a super chat in there.
Was there?
I believe. Oh yes.
Caper2X said Kate Middleton knows she's going to be a queen. Is she? I don't know enough about the royal family to know if that's a realistic possibility.
I literally know nothing about how that works, so I wouldn't be able to.
I don't know who's even succeeding the queen when she dies.
My mom was a huge like my mom was exactly who Meghan Markle wants. Like my mom loved Princess Diana. My mom loved everything. Had every magazine that featured Princess Diana. Had the Princess Diana Beanie Baby after she passed, and just kind of that was a huge fascination. So I do believe that you're right that for pure vanity, for the sake of pure vanity, I think that that's what Meghan Markle wants.
All boomer ladies like Diana. I think they liked her jovialness.
Well, she had an air of royalty, right? She was very dignified.
No, she kind of. I mean, for being dignified, she was kind of like the common woman.
Is that okay?
I feel like that was my perception of her, but I'm not.
If we have any viewers who are more educated in the royal family, they'll have to let us know.
I think it's going to be Prince Charles because Prince Harry has stepped out of line.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Isn't it the oldest one?
I would assume so. So Charles instead of Harry.
He's currently next in line. I think it's going to be cool to have a king instead of a queen.
All right.
That's a vibe.
Say that again. It's like, oh, I can't wait for a king rather than a queen. It's a vibe.
It is a vibe.
It's a vibe.
I still don't know how I feel about vibes after the New York brunch guy. Like, I truly think he, like, set a cataclysmic course.
You're letting him control the narrative about the word vibe.
I mean, that's just how repulsive that video was.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
I don't even know what video you guys are talking about.
We'll show you later.
All right. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.